Okay, I'll show you around. So this is the entrance, but here you can see the beautiful magnolia. In Beijing, we have a lot of magnolia in the gardens. So beautiful. In Mandarin, we call it yulan. Literally means jade orchid. Jade orchid. So beautiful. But you can also cook the flower. You can make some flour, cover it, and deep fry it. And here is some purple colored magnolia. Okay, so in this temple was built in, originally built in 1422. Okay, let me check out. You can see here. The reason why we call it Five Pagoda Temple is because on the top there's 5 pagodas that was carved of stone. So normally Chinese people build architecture, we use wood and brick, but this is a stone architecture. So here you can see the lines. There are good doorkeeper, because right now this is the Beijing Stone Carving Museum. That means a lot of the stone carving, those parts was moved from other place to this spot, because in the old history and a lot of temples were knocked down. So what will people do with those beautiful stone carving? They think there's some historical or artistical value of those stone carving. So when they tore down one temple, they will transport those stone carving parts to this spot. And later, more and more people built a stone carved museum. Okay, first we'll go to the temple, and later I'll show you around the stone carving arts. So on this platform, there used to be a wooden building, a hall, but it was burned down by fire or war, because right now it's only the platform left. But on the platform here, you can see we call it Xumi standing. So this is a place where they would place the Buddha statues on those platforms. So here used to be a hole. You can see on the ground, this is the stone base that supports the wooden columns. And this used to be a wooden architecture right here. But right now only this platform left. So this temple was first built in 1403, and it finished in 1424. So you can see here is the huge stone base. But if you look closer and behind the glass, you can see those characters, they are Sanskrit, because this is a Buddhism temple. So today, most people don't, even in the old day, most people don't read Sanskrit, because that is from Tibet. Sorry, that's from India. Sorry. But you can see this beautiful carving. And here, and you'll find the original one. So this is the original of a base of a stone pillar. So you can imagine how big is this column and how big is this the hole. Okay, now we turn around. You can see this is a 5 pagoda. So those 5 pagodas symbolize the 5 directions of the Buddha. Because each direction there's a Buddha listed there and in charge of a direction. So that stone, that brick pavilion carved top paved with the glazer tile was added later in the Qing dynasty, probably 1750 or something. We can go closer. Oh, here they have a huge ginkgo tree, over 500 years old ginkgo tree. So because ginkgo tree, we call them gongsun shu, grandfather and grandson tree. That means the grandfather plants the ginkgo tree and grandson can eat the fruit, so they can live a long time. Okay, let's go closer. So normally in front of a temple or a court, there's one pair of line guard the door, and you see this one. So normally on the right is a female. Oh, sorry, on the right is a male, on the left is a female. And I will show you the proof. Because you can see here, this line is holding a bowl, and this bowl symbolizes the globe. That means the emperor have a supreme power, control the whole globe. And so this is a carving from 500 years ago. And this incense burner was originally not in this spot, because you can see here they have we call it 8 diagrams from the Taoism. And here there's the crane. In crane in China symbolizes longevity and long life. That was used in for Taoism. So this incense burner was moved from northwest Beijing in the Taoism temple. So later people found this incense burner, they moved it here. And you can see they have the animal. This one. Looks like bronzeware. This is the foot of the incense burner. You can see this like a dragon. Looks like a lion. Okay, so we know that on the other side is a male line, and this is the female, because you can see under the pole is a calf. It's a baby lion. But how can you tell if that baby lion is a boy or a girl? Okay, I'm going to show you. Okay, now you can know the truth. This is a boy. So this one is carved off stone, because in China normally we use wood to build architecture, but this one, because Chinese people we use wood because Chinese people believe that wood have a life like our people. You will die anyway, so it doesn't make sense to build a brick building for a stone building for living people, because Chinese people believe the stone building is belong to the afterlife. It's not for the living people. So Chinese people, well, Chinese wooden architectures, when they rotted or when they were burned down, and they will rebuild them or fix them. But this one is a stone pagoda. We can go closer. On each side, they have the like the shrine. They have the Buddha statues on it. On the bottom, you can see it's the lion and the law wheel and the elephant. Those are the symbol of the Buddhism. And also in the shrine, the Buddha have different gestures, so they have a different meaning. Okay. Right here, here is some character of Sanskrit. The people who work in this museum told me a story. It said years ago there's Chinese people. He's from Canton, South China, and when he came to this temple and he could read the Sanskrit, those characters, so he just kneel down and kowtow to those script, and he told the people, and this whole building, the pagoda, was built based on these characters. It's like the spell. Okay. Can I have a close look of those stone carving? You may find why this line or other place have the ink or something, because during the Cultural Revolution, and those were considered very old, so the people used the ink to cover those carvings. So the Red Guards will ignore those art, old art. So here's another line. And you can see here, they have those red color, because in the old day, this whole pagoda was painted in this color. Inside there's some Buddha statue, so I will not focus on religion. It's just for architecture. Okay, let's go in. Because so you can see in any temple, there's a huge marble stone. This is used for people when they go inside, and they will kneel down on this marble slab, so they can kowtow to the Buddha statue over there. And here, this is a place where you can go upstairs, but it's not open to public. So in China, when we enter a temple, do not step on the threshold. You always cross the threshold, because that was not respectful. Okay, so here there's a Buddha statue. That is the founder of Buddhism. His name is Sakyamuni, founder of the Buddhism. And you can see on the top, and those are the brick carving, but they carve like wooden structures. We call them dogong brackets. The wooden joints used to support the weight of the roof in ancient Chinese wooden architecture. So Chinese people are very stubborn to the wood. Okay, I don't know if the music will cause a problem for copyright. So here, here's the arch, and on the right is a shrine. There's another Buddha statue. But on the top, here, there's a window. You can see that. That is used to, it's a hole opened. So this is for the light. That means the sunshine can go in and light this room. But later when you go outside, you will see this window is covered. Okay. Oh, here's another Buddha statue that was donated by the Banchan Lama. Because once someone was here, he found that original Buddha statue was missing, so he donated this one. It's a bronze gilded. Okay, so here is in 1970s when they rebuilt. They found the pagoda. One pagoda was leaning, so they want to rebuild it, and they found a wooden column inside the pagoda. And this side there is some place that they have the spell of the Sanskrit. That's too dark. So this is stone carving. This is tell you where, the reason why the emperor ordered to build this pagoda. This is like a grotto. And we'll go to the other side to see the open window, block the open window. Those are some stone carving from ancient tombs. In fall, this will be very beautiful because of the foliage. All the ginkgo leaf will turn to yellow. It's very pretty. Because in 1900, most of the building around this temple was destroyed. Only this stone carved pagoda left. But you can see here in the middle, there's in the shrine, there's one Buddha statue was missing. That is the open window. That's the place where they have the light go in. But later they just block this window. So because this is the stone carved pagoda, so they survived for 500 years. If a Chinese wooden temple, and it may be stricken down by lightning or maybe destroyed by a war. So even this stone pagoda, it still needs some reinforcement. So you can see those brackets. Because in this temple only 5 pagoda left, so local people call it 5 pagoda temple. And today it became the Beijing Stone Carving Museum. Okay, we'll go to the other side. I will tell you something about the stone carved art piece in China. So even those stone carving, they were placed outside, but they will erosion from the nature will destroy them after all. So Chinese people stone carved is eternal. They belong to the afterlife. So here you will see some stone carved parts from the ancient tombs we found in Beijing. So here is some animal statues. Normally they would place it in front of a tomb. They have a secret path. They were placed on both sides, like the emperor's tomb. So those are for the ranking officials, and we call it the secret path. Here you see the camel and the sheep and the stone tiger. This one, and we still not figure out, even archaeologists still not figure out. This is excavated from a tomb in the Qing dynasty. That is the tomb of a prince. Looks like this is like a coffin, but in the early, when first Manchurian started to rule China in 1644, they still cremated the body. So people say maybe this just place the ash inside. But you can see this is how ornate is a stone carve of a tomb of a prince in the Qing dynasty, 1644 to 1911. This is later people found in the underground palace. So I mentioned before, Chinese people are very stubborn to the wood. So you can see this pavilion was built of wood. You can see the roof, and but here you see here, this is the stone, but we carved like a wood, because the Chinese people really love the wooden architecture. And here, those we call them dogong brackets. It's used to support the whole roof, because Chinese architecture is good for anti-earthquake. When there's a big earthquake, those joints will move around. It's flexible, so they can just absorb the vibration of the earthquake. So it's good for anti-earthquake. And here you can see the dragon. The dragon symbolizes the emperor in China, and even on the columns. So this is a stone carved coffin of a prince in the Qing dynasty. Very ornate carving. Okay. So here is another one similar to the one at the entrance. We call it the Hua Biao. and it's also one pair in front of the Tiananmen Square. So you can see on the top there's the animal, and we call it a hou. It's the son of the dragon. But also you can see the carved cloud, and the body. You can see the dragon and the flame and the bowl. But you can also see the lotus flower. And here is a lotus leaf. So in China, in Buddhism, lotus flowers belong to the Buddha. So they wish the died, they can enjoy some peace in the Buddhism, in the afterlife. You can see this beautiful carving. And here is a tiger, a stone carved tiger. And this is carved in the Yuan dynasty, when Mongolian Kublai Khan ruled China, and when they set up Beijing as the grand capital. Okay, so here is one kind of civil officials. They used to put in front of the tomb to guard the tomb. So this is carved in the Ming dynasty. So this is civil official. He's holding a how can I say, just a plate. That one was used. High ranking official, they use ivory. Low ranking official use bamboo, and it's just like a reminder. And when they report to the emperor, they will write the note on this plate. And when they report to the emperor, they will keep looking at the reminder. So this is another civil official, but you can see the round face. So he is a Mongolian official and carved in the Yuan dynasty. And this one is a civil official in the Qing dynasty, the Manchurian ruled China. So those are like a company that died emperor or prince. Okay. So here you can see some stone carved offerings. So this is a fruit like a peach. This is placed in front of the tomb for the dead people. And here's incense burner. You can see a deer. Deer in China, it's a pet of immortals. So it symbolizes a long life. And also the pine. Pine tree are evergreen. And the crane is the pet of immortals. So those were, and also see the bamboo. Bamboo is also evergreen. And from here you can see the peach. Here is an offering table. It's used to place the sacrifice for the deceased people. So you can see this is a stone carved furniture. You can see very ornate carving. Can go closer. But in front, you can see it's carved very beautiful ornate patterns. But on the back, you can see, because this side is just placed to the wall, it's not necessary to carve patterns on it. And right here you can see there's one stone carved throne. This throne is not for the emperor, but it's for a prince in the Ming Dynasty. This is placed in the underground palace, in the tomb. You can see on the back there's a carved sun and the moon. Because the sun and the moon, these two characters put together, it is Ming bright, similar as the Ming Dynasty. Okay. So this one here, you can see is like a stone drum. So actually, this is a threshold holder. So this is used for a big office department. So you can see they put the threshold right here in this hole. Those two, they can make a big threshold. And this stone block is used for when the officials they want to ride the horse, they will climb up on the steps and jump on the horse. So just for them to mount or dismount from the horse. So here on the right, you can see some military officials. They are the generals. So this one you can see is the helmet and his sword and armor. It's 500 years old. And let's see this one. There's another weapon. It's called mate. This is a Manchurian general. Right here, this is the tomb of a eunuch of the Ming Dynasty. You can see the carving. I mean, this is moved from the eunuch's tomb and displayed here. So originally, there's no eunuch buried here. You can see the beautiful carving. So only half, you can see. Here's all the generals. So normally when the emperor go to court, the civil officials will stand on the west and civil officials would stand on the east and the military officials stand on the west. So you can see on the tomb is the same position. Okay. Here, this one is a stone door. Why you built a stone door? For what? Because this is excavated from a tomb of a eunuch. So this is from his underground palace. Because on the top we can see the Chinese characters that is belong to a tomb. because the eunuchs they are closer to the emperor, so they can influence the emperor. So they are very powerful, and when they were alive, they would build a big tomb for their afterlife. So this used to be the underground palace. When you cross this door, you will enter a eunuch's tomb. You can still see the door knocker. And on the back side, I will show you. You can see here, is where they'll block the door. So here you can see all these tablets that was stand on the turtle. This tablet was when the emperor gave order to rebuild this temple in the Qing dynasty. After 1900, the Boxer Rebellion, you can find one picture on internet. There's several American Marines. They came to play around in this pagoda, in this temple, and they took a picture with this tablet. So the tablets was in China normally placed in a temple or important place, just record the history, like this one here, and this is like a tombstone for a monk. But all these, we use them to record history. When they built a temple or rebuilt a temple or whatever, this is like sometimes record a history, sometimes it's just write a treaty, like a document. And this one here, you can also find a bas-relief carving of a Buddha, but the face was gone because they were erased during the Cultural Revolution. Very peaceful. Here we'll see more. In the old day, that is the most important way to record our history, because Chinese people, we invented the paper and the brush and ink, but we know paper only lasts 800 years or 1,000 years. But if you carve the on stone tablet, and you can record the history. Okay, right now I'm in the 5 Pagoda Temple in the Zhangchang, Beijing. Okay, we'll go to indoor to see some stone carved art piece. So we see more lines outside of the hall. And here's one pair. You can see the line. And here is we call it 师奴, a slave of the lion. But actually, he is take care of the lion. So you can see here the lines like the ox. They make a ring on the nose. So this man, and he will take care of the lion. Okay, let's go inside. This is the oldest stone carving we excavated from Beijing, dating back over 2,000 years old. So this is a column placed in front of a tomb of a secretary, because here the characters tell the statue of the tomb owner. But how could a secretary have a so luxurious tomb? Because his son later became more powerful, and he rebuilt the tomb for his father. And here we can see one warrior. He's holding a shield. Because for sculpture, stone carving, the most sophisticated part for carving is the hand. It's hard to carve the hand, so they use this shield to cover the hand. And you can see here is the carving. These characters, because in China we have the Chinese opera, different kind of opera. We have so many stories from 1,000 years history. So those are carving from the classical novels. All different stories, but most is just good wishes. And we see here, this stone line is from 1,300 years ago. It's found in a tomb of a general, because he rebelled to the emperor. Here is a pillar stand. You can see the square hole in the middle. That's where they put the wooden columns in. And here is the dragon, lotus flower, and dragon. This is carved on marble. And this is not a Buddha head. This is a civil official's head. And this one is like a more Western style, maybe Persia, but not Chinese style. Because when the Silk Road connected the East and West, so there's a more Western influence to China. It doesn't matter our life or cuisine or our fruit, our food, and even culture. this guy. This looks like you can call it angel, but a very scary angel with the wings. But this guy is holding sticks. Okay. It's very peaceful. I'm the only one in the museum. So nice. Okay, so this one is the Buddha statue. And this originally from a temple. This temple was 100 years old. But later, there's one family, they guarded this statue. This for hundreds of years, generations. But later, when this statue, in 1980s, 85, there's one family, they still keep doing this job, guard the temple. And one day, when the daughter-in-law of the family went back to the hall, they found that this Buddha statue was gone. But how, because the temple was on a mountain, how could people move a huge Buddha statue? And later, they called the police. The policeman found the tracks, some lead of the thief. So you can see on the top there's 2 holes. They drilled 2 holes on the Buddha statue, and like a pulley, they lifted it up from the roof, and they transported this all the way to outside Beijing. But the policemen, they know when those when those robbers, they got some art piece, they will try to sell them. This is universal, it doesn't matter oil painting. So the policeman would disguise like a merchant, antique merchant, and they will give news out that they want to buy some Buddha statue. So later they caught the thief. And you can see on the back, you can see the 2 hole, and it was smashed into pieces. Here's some more Buddha statue. So this is a statue of the general in the Buddhism temple. This one is a statue of a Hamlet king. That was carved in 960 to 1279. This looks like it's very elegant. I have a feeling of this have some influence of Greece, because before Buddhism came to China, and they also influenced by the Greece carving, the place called Jiantolo. So Buddha. So this Buddha statue was made in 1271 to 1368. I would say outside China, in their museum in different country, it doesn't matter in Japan or in United States or Great Britain, European countries, there's more Chinese art pieces. Okay. So this is the statue of Taoism. This is from a Taoism temple. Buddha statue, Buddha carving. So these animals, lions and tigers, were put on the roof